Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making a Reuben Stromboli, and I'll be starting off by making a Thousand Island dressing. And here I have a little bit of mayonnaise, to which I'm going to add some ketchup, sweet pickle relish, finely minced onion, white vinegar, a little bit of sugar, and some salt and pepper. And then this just gets quickly stirred together. All the ingredient amounts will be listed down in the description if you'd like to make this for yourself. I do want to quickly test it out, make sure it has enough salt and pepper in it. And it could definitely use just a little bit more. The salt and pepper is totally up to your taste level. Add as much or as little as that as you would like. Now that I have the Thousand Island dressing mixed up, I've gone ahead and rolled out one pizza crust that I'm going to top lightly with some of this Thousand Island dressing. I didn't go too heavy on the sauce. The rest of it I'm going to use as a dipping sauce later. And I've already gone ahead and started layering on some of my corned beef. This is just deli corned beef. You could also use one of the corned beefs from the meat department where you have to cook it yourself. This just seemed a little bit easier and a little bit more efficient to me this week. Now that I have the corned beef layered on, I'll be topping it with some sauerkraut. This is a Barbarian style sauerkraut. It has caraway seeds in it, and it's slightly sweeter than just regular sauerkraut. I thought the caraway seeds would add a nice rye flavor into this, since I'm just using a plain pizza crust. I've gone ahead and drained the sauerkraut, so most of the moisture has been removed from it, and I also gave it a good squeeze. I wanted to remove as much of that as I possibly could. And it doesn't need a whole terrible lot. That should be pretty good, although I'm probably going to put just a little bit more there. I do quite like the sauerkraut, so there we go. And then lastly, I'm going to be topping it with some Swiss cheese. It can be a little difficult to get started, but you want to take it from the long side and start rolling it towards the other end. Might need to compress your ingredients down just a little bit, though it's not helping that this is sticking to my mat a little bit. About halfway up, I'll take the time to tuck my ends in to help encase everything inside there. Make sure I do both sides. And then I can continue wrapping it up. And I think from there, I'll bring it up from the bottom and help seal this bottom edge. Alright, I've got my bottom edge pinched together. That should hold pretty good. And now it needs to be transferred over to a baking sheet. Let me bring that in. And I'll just flip this over and right onto my baking mat. The last thing I'm going to do before it goes into the oven is to just include a few little vent holes there on the top. It's going to allow the steam to escape so it doesn't bust out the bottom and sides. This now needs to be baked for about 15 to 20 minutes in a 425 degree oven, or until it's nice and golden brown on top and the cheese is melted on the inside. Once the Stromboli came out of the oven, I went ahead and let it sit for about 10 minutes here on the counter just so it could cool down a little bit. I've gone ahead and sliced it. It looks fabulous. The cheese is all nice and melty and ooey and gooey inside, and I can't wait to dive in and try this. Reubens are one of my absolute favorite sandwiches. I definitely want just a little bit more of that Thousand Island dressing on top of it. This turned out absolutely fantastic. Those caraway seeds definitely add that little bit of raw flavoring I was hoping they would. It's warm all the way through. The cheese is nice and ooey gooey and melty, and the Thousand Island dressing just tops it off beautifully. This is definitely something I'm going to be making over and over again. But that is going to be it for me for the day. If you guys have enjoyed this video, leave me a comment down below. If you tried this recipe out, let me know how it turns out for you. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and thank you all for so much for joining me today. I've been Vault Girl. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.